I love your attitude so much. I love it because you believed you could get well,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I had no doubt.
I'd say that's the number one
Hmm.
most important thing in every person's healing journey is they must believe they can get well. Like you have to
Absolutely.
believe that healing is possible and that you can get well.
Hmm.
And some people really struggle with that. They really struggle with fear and doubt. And I know for some, this belief, like you, maybe it comes easy, and then for others, it's harder. But what would you say to someone that was, is maybe struggling with fear and doubt about, about their situation, about not sure if healing's possible, not sure if they can get well? I mean, that's why I'm interviewing you. That's why I interview so many survivors because, the more stories we share, the stronger that belief is.
Absolutely. I agree with you. So after my water fast and my testimony was posted at the True North Health Center website that I'm sure that you're going to share later, uh, the people started contacting me. And I could tell in the first minute of my conversation with that person if that person was going to make it or not. And make it not in the sense of living or dying. It was either healing or not healing, because I could feel the pessimism, and not really, and it's something like that. I guess it's a very personal decision and emotion, and not everyone is, emotionally at the same level. But you could tell like the doubt and the fear, and fear can really, take you over, and it's hard. Um, but I again, for me, it's kind of like they put those two visors over here, and all I could see was healing, and all I wanted to do was healing. And every day I would think of my kids and my family. I just couldn't think of leaving my young kids at that time. They were like 7 and 8, and not being there for them. So I think it's just one of those mother survivor mode that you want to be there for your family. And I think I had a love for life. Another part of it that sometimes is not mentioned, or often is not mentioned, is spiritual. And I am very spiritual, and I have very strong faith. So I feel like that was kind of like also my crutch, that where I could, pray and ask for strength in moments of doubt, which they were very seldom, but there were some. And you just pray and you just say, okay, I can do this. I can do this.
You have what I like to call the beat cancer mindset, and I talk about it in several of my books, which is you believed you can get well,
Mhm.
and you had a strong will to live, right? You wanted to live, and you had reasons to live, right? You were very clear in your mind why you had to live. It was to take care of your kids, right? Your family. And for me, it was my wife and my parents. Those were my reasons to live, was to take care of those people. And
Mhm.
so that fueled my determination
Mhm.
to change my life and do everything that I did to help myself survive. And faith was a huge part of my journey too. And
Mhm.
I did the same things you did, which was when there were days where I was fearful and doubt would try to creep in. I would just surrender that to God. Just
Mhm.
say, I trust you. I'm not going to be afraid. And I would just, like, you put the blinders on and just block it out and just say, I'm not going to entertain those fearful, anxiety producing thoughts. Like
Correct.
I'm just resisting them,
Yes.
and I'm going to focus on joy and gratitude. Thanks for watching. If you like what you just saw, why not subscribe? Here's a link to do that. And if you'd like to watch the full interview, you can find it at chrisbeatcancer.com. There's a link to it in the description right below this video.